Hi, I'm Katie Ziskind. I'm the owner of Wisdom Within Counseling and Coaching. You can learn more and book your free phone consultation for narcissistic abuse recovery counseling and coaching at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. In this video, we're going to talk about narcissism and how you can recover if you've been in a relationship with a narcissist. So, narcissists are really self centered. They lack empathy. There is a very high level of self importance. It's almost as if they have blinders on and they're only thinking about their own needs. So, if you're a child and have a narcissistic parent, even if you're in your adulthood, you may always be in a caretaking role or feel like you've had to be a mother or father to your own parent, which means that you didn't get to have the childhood filled with playfulness and emotional safety that you deserve. So, when you're a child and you grow up with narcissistic parents, they're putting their needs before yours. So, that takes away from your ability to have emotional safety at home, which means that you're more susceptible to being a victim of narcissistic abuse in a romantic relationship or with an employer or even with a friend or sibling. So when you've been kind of growing up in a home where there is high conflict fighting, there is yelling, name calling, belittling you, criticizing you, feeling like you're walking on eggshells as a child, your body gets used to that and thinks it's normal and finds that type of disrespect like familiar in a way. So in your adult years, you're more likely to find yourself in a romantic relationship with someone that is highly critical of you, that makes you doubt yourself, that makes you, feel crazy or might even tell you that you're too sensitive, and minimize your emotional experience. So you might have grown up in an environment where you thought that that is love, but that's not really love. Love is respectful. Love includes listening and empathy and compassion. Um, so when you're in a relationship romantically with a narcissist, they might call you names. They might, use degradation and be really degrading and belittle you. Even when you're excited to see them, they may be in a bad mood and putting you down and they may even be using you as their emotional outlet or their dumping mat. So you might feel like a doormat. You might feel like the only thing that you can do is try your very best to reassure the narcissist in your life. But no matter how much reassurance you try to offer them, they're still very anxious. They're angry. They're exploding. There's this Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like one moment the narcissist is happy and seems to be proud of you and excited, maybe even giving you compliments, and then in a split second, like as quick as you can flip a light switch, they're storming off. There's tension. They're yelling at you. They're raising their voice. They're coming at you in a very aggressive and an emotionally violent way. And it's very hard to live with someone who is narcissistic because you never know which side of them you're going to get. And it's really hard sometimes to leave a romantic relationship when you are with a narcissist because there is an adrenaline cycle that occurs in your body. This is called trauma bonding. So you may be in a trauma bond with a narcissist if you are highly empathetic, naturally caring, very gentle and compassionate, and a sensitive human being. And you may find yourself with a narcissist and be in a trauma bond to them, which is when your body physically becomes addicted to that cycle of reconnecting. So, in the cycle of emotional abuse, we have 4 phases. Phase 1 is the calm phase or the honeymoon phase. This is when the narcissist is, relaxed, things feel at peace, and you might even feel closer than you ever have before. Phase 2 in the emotional abuse cycle is the tension building phase. So something's off, your narcissistic spouse or partner isn't having a good day. They might be, in a very bad mood. Your anxiety is increasing, your worry is increasing because you don't know, how to soothe them. And you know that an abusive incident is coming, you just don't know when. So this is kind of that gray sky before a big lightning storm. And then we have the abusive incident. So this could be criticism, a high conflict fight, yelling, screaming, belittling you with hurtful, mean name calling, defensiveness, really, really hurtful behaviors, explosion and anger, where now we have an emotionally abusive incident. So this makes you feel unsafe. There might even be gaslighting where, you've tried to talk with the narcissist in your life about how they've hurt you, and they're telling you now that it was your fault, that you deserved it, or that you asked for it, or even denying it occurred entirely. Narcissists might even say, oh no, that never happened, you're overreacting. And that's a way to continue to dismiss you and make you feel very doubtful of your own reality. So there's an abusive incident. There's a lot of fear. There's a power dynamic. There could be financial abuse occurring. And then there's a reconciliation phase. So the narcissist wants you to stay. So they're going to make fake promises to change their behavior, but there's never any actual real positive behavior change. A narcissist may also love bomb you in the reconciliation phase, wine and dine you, take you to a fancy restaurant, buy you expensive jewelry, do all of your favorite things, say all of the right things to get you feeling close to them again. And then maybe even like buy you flowers or get you your favorite meal. And then there's this kind of rebonding that occurs in the trauma bond cycle in the reconciliation phase where you're starting to live back on that level of hope where you're like, yeah, maybe they will change, or yeah, they're promising to do this, okay, great, it won't happen again. And then we go back to the calm phase where you're feeling good, you're feeling happy. And the cycle, the 4 phases of emotional abuse occur. So in every trauma bond with a narcissist, there are these 4 cycles. The calm phase never lasts. So the calm phase could be a couple days, could be a couple months, but then there is always a tension building phase, an abusive incident, and a reconciliation phase. So as you start to learn more about narcissistic relationship recovery, you can start to, if you're in a relationship with a narcissist, pinpoint where in this cycle you are. And then you can also learn different coping strategies if you are wanting to stay in the relationship, or if you're wanting to leave, you can learn ways to deal with the trauma symptoms that you're struggling with. So when you have been in a relationship with a narcissist, you may experience appetite changes, weight loss, weight gain, mood swings, anxiety. You may feel like you're on edge all the time. You may have concentration issues. You can't think at work. You're constantly worried about the relationship. There's a deep desire to please. You may have a people-pleasing default. So you may just go right into people-pleasing mode and put your own needs last. You may also find that you're dealing with more than one narcissist in your life. So you may need skills to attract healthy relationships from counseling. But you may have, headaches, stomach pain, back pain. These are all somatic body symptoms that can occur from trauma. You may have digestive problems or have irritable bowel syndrome or, stomach pain. And all of these can occur from being in an emotionally neglectful, emotionally abusive relationship with a narcissist, whether that's a parent or a romantic partner. And at Wisdom Within Counseling and Coaching, our team specializes in narcissistic abuse recovery counseling and coaching. So our team can help you feel valued, help you feel emotionally validated, like what you've lived through has been super difficult and it's normal, the symptoms you're experiencing. You can start to feel seen and heard in the safe space that we offer. We offer video and phone sessions as well as in person to help you start to rebuild your life. There's a loss of identity. You might not know who you are, what hobbies you like anymore. Your entire sense of self has often been put into the narcissistic person and into that relationship. So you can start to find what hobbies you enjoy, what things make you happy, and rebuild your sense of self-worth and self-confidence. For years after emotional abuse and narcissistic abuse, you may still hear those negative comments in the back of your mind. You may still hear a highly critical parent belittling you, or a highly critical spouse calling you horrible names. And to start to rewire the way your brain works and build a positive self-talk voice in your own mind, we offer counseling to support those skills. So you can build confidence, self-worth, and resiliency after narcissistic abuse with our team and in counseling and coaching. So if you're looking to build a new life for yourself, build up your self-worth, build up your self-esteem, start to recognize red flags in future romantic relationships and when dating, our team at Wisdom Within Counseling and Coaching would love to help you do so. You can book your free phone consultation at wisdomwithinct.com. That's wisdomwithinct.com. You can also give us a call. We have a US phone number, so that's 860-451-9364. That's 860-451-9364. I'm Katie Ziskind, and our team at Wisdom Within Counseling and Coaching would love to help you recover from narcissistic abuse.